Hello everybody and welcome back to ETS Reacts, and today we're back with the Liar Game episode 9, Light and Darkness. Last episode we got into the downsizing game where we have these L tickets and M tickets. The L tickets being you write someone's name down 5 times, there's 10 rounds, and whoever has the least amount of votes at the very end is going to go in 100 million yen debt. But the thing that can throw a wrench in this is we have the M tickets where you basically are giving 100 million yen where you like write off the checks with anything that's like valuable, because we brought our personal items, aka teddy bear, food, water. I still think the teddy bear could go for 100 million to the right buyer out there somewhere in the world. They would probably buy it for 100 million yen. Anyway, so it's going to be mainly used for strategy, and we saw Fukunawa you do that, but at the same time, we also saw she went to Nao first and basically said if we both vote for each other, because they're kind of the two outcasts, because Nao had won money in the last round where everybody else had lost. So obviously everybody else was jealous of her, so it put her on the outside of their group. And then you also had Fukunaga, who she screwed everybody over last game. So if they both just voted for each other 50 times, they would have made it through, and that group of people, someone would have got screwed and they would have gone down. And I thought it was a good plan for Fukunaga, because now is this like perfect pawn where she'll just trust anything you say and you could sacrifice her at any time, kind of like what she did with 15 last game. Sunglasses Bro kept him around and always was trying to deceive Nao with him. And then I was kind of shocked, but I really shouldn't have been, because anything with Nao so far, when you think stuff's gonna go good for her, it just never does, which I was shocked by. And I was trying the whole time. I think Fukunaga's gonna come back to Nao, but now it got even harder because Moha kind of revealed her whole plan and the situation of how she had each of them write 5 million to her to not to like screw over Nao, because they were all kind of in jeopardy. But what it really said was by the 10th vote on this like contract of the M tickets. And I think to everybody else, they were kind of like, oh, that means the 10th round, the 50th vote. But to me, I kind of read it as, man, you could kind of deceive that as like the second round, the 10th vote, right? Because you get 5 votes each round. And so I'm kind of expecting that. But at the same time, we have our White Knight at the end of the episode was like sprinting. He was like, oh, I'm going to make it there to save Nao, because obviously he was getting 100 calls every single day, and then they automatically stop. Obviously suspicious, doing something she shouldn't be, like she always is. So I'm excited to see. My guess would be this is the end of the downsizing game. I'm interested to see, can Nao handle this on her own, or can she not, and she needs her White Knight to come and save her somehow, which I don't know how that'd be possible, other than if he points out my big brain theory of the 10th vote being the second round. So let's wait no more and let's get it. Settle Bowl. We are back at Settle Bowl, where we do no bowling. We just play the downsizing game. The fourth vote. Mohawk Bro should just be another 100 million yen in debt after he just keeps letting Fukunaga beat the living crap out of his ass every single game. Like, how can you constantly keep letting the same person beat you to pulp? All of his friends there are like, ooh, I guess we should really stick to our M contract, or else we'll end up like Mohawk. So she's just resigned to her fate of losing the downsizing game, which I can't see how she wins now without Akiyama or White Knight coming in and sweeping us off our feet and giving us the perfect little strategy, as he whispers it into Nao's ear, and he goes like, the perfect strategy is look at their M contracts. It's the 10th vote. So go tell everybody else and get them all to vote for you for the last 4 rounds, and that would be a lot of votes. Who cares? 35 votes. Oh no, not good at quick math. Oh, that's a lot of rounds. So the only way you can spin it in my head is like somehow you get, there was 7 other people to vote for you for 4 straight rounds, so that's 35 per round. So I guess that could make you safe at that point. But you just basically like, look at Mohawk, bro. He's got beaten to a pulp if something doesn't go Fukunaga's way, and she'll backstab you in the back in the future. Like, look at this innocent, sweet girl. Don't you want to keep her around as your pawn, like what I talked about? I'm surprised that Fukunaga isn't doing it. Let's see about that when Akiyama rolls up. Let's see if you're still laughing like the last game. Anyway, what I was going to say is, what you can do is you can respect Fukunaga, right? Like, Hidashi has played the game the correct way. The liar game, played the liar game perfect, right? Like, deceiving everybody, taking 100 million yen before the game even starts, like thinking so far ahead, doing all this stuff. And then this game, deceiving, lying at every point. It's like playing the game the way the game should be played, but you just have someone who's way better than her and Akiyama, and it sounds like future characters. So I'm excited to see characters who play it even better. So I think this is Fukunaga's point of saying, hey, don't you have 40 million yen extra in your pocket? Give it to me. But then now it's going to be like, wait, I was saving that for my glorious king, Akiyama, because I wanted to get him out of the liar game, even though he wants to stay in it. 1-on-1 with me. I just like, it's funny that Nao just can like keep trusting her over and over and over again. Like, this is the 3rd time. Like I said last episode when I butchered the George W. Bush, when he butchered the fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, 3rd time, a fool me can't fool again, or whatever that saying's supposed to be. Okay, you pay me 100 million yen and I will trust this strategy, and I will pay you 40 million and I will give you back your 100 million. So I'll give you 140. Wait, whoa. He's saying, I didn't realize she was saying she has 30 votes on the board currently, and they're allowing Nao to get all 30 of those votes if she wins this 1-on-1 battle, which I don't see happening. その直後の開票発表の際、ボードの票が書き換わります。もし私が負けたら、3000万円 M チケットで私に払う。高いな。でも受け入れなければ、私が勝つ可能性はゼロのままだ。No. やる？ No. ゲームの内容次第では。ゲームは超シンプルよ。Rock, paper, scissors. トランプ。No. I don't trust any cards that someone pulls out of their own pocket and is like, let's play you in a game of these cards, even though I pulled them out of my pocket and they're probably totally rigged and I have them all marked up to know exactly what each card is. I can't believe she's getting sucked into this for a 3rd time. That's why the title was Light and Darkness, because I thought it was just going to be a representation of, you know, you have your light, like perfect angel Nao, and you have your dark, manipulative Fukunaga. この2枚のカードを中の見えない袋に入れ、かき混ぜる。そしてあなたが1枚取り出す。その時、カードの片側は見えないように。今カードは裏が出てるけど、この裏はジョーカーかもしれないし、裏かもしれない。その確率は50%。I don't know exactly how she's rigged this so far, but you just like know it's rigged somehow. You know, like, and because it's 1, because it's Nao, and 2, because it's an idea that Fukunaga has brought up, and any idea that Fukunaga has been brought up so far is she has a way to manipulate it to her advantage, and you just know now is going to lose any game she plays.
最初に表が出たら勝負にならないからカードを戻してやり直し。これで先に10勝した方が勝者となる。簡単でしょ? このゲームはイカ様ができる。
Oh, there's a total way you can cheat in this game, and the fact that you just said that is the reason why I believe it.
あなたがカードを抜く。完璧にフェア。どう? やる?
No, I don't want to play you in this game. You have rigged it, and that was the nail in her coffin to make her go 40 or 60 million in debt. Loss. 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 Ah, yay! I won the first game! Give me a little sign of hope!
ゲームはその後も淡々と進んでいった。そして結果は
She lost. Obviously, I couldn't tell based off the writing there, but
そして結果は
it has to be something. I honestly don't know what it is, but sometimes if like the weight of the card's just heavier and it like falls to the bottom more, so like if there's a little weight to the light one, but how would she know that in advance which side that Nawa would pick other than just knowing her as a person, like knowing the light card's heavier or lighter? I honestly don't know. It's just full speculation, which it isn't even worth getting into. I'd pay money just for someone to like stuff something in her mouth and so that she would never laugh again. It's so annoying. Yeah, I mean, it was obvious from the beginning that it was trickery. And, oh, well, she was saying that you're inept to trickery, basically, aka the beginning of the downsizing game, and you're just unlucky to boot. But I really don't believe this was just unlucky. There's no way that Fukunaga would just go into this without, like, giving up her 30 votes without knowing she was going to win. Especially when you have someone who's inept as possible. The only thing she's good at is, like, crying, I think. Crying and sucking up to people. Those are, like, her two best qualities. Well, yeah, no shit. Everyone before this episode started, I think the vote, if I had a poll on here, it would have been 100% you lose. Like, it's not even like edge of your seat, like TV quality of like, oh, is she gonna win or lose? You just like sit back and you go, well, there she goes again, getting into a game where she is definitely gonna lose. So let's just wait for my glorious Prince King Akiyama to get here, and then somehow the show gets 1,000 times more entertaining. Yeah, all you do is cry. Oh shit! I kind of thought it was Mohawk Bro, but I should have remembered it was our glorious Prince King Akiyama. Now, as soon as she sees this glorious man come through the window, she should just be bowing down, being like, my savior, you have arrived. Thank you for climbing through the window to come save me from my tears. Yeah, how did he find or know that it was the bowling alley? Like the Citadel bowling alley? He just asked the Liar Game office and they just told him that she was at this, like, it re-entered the Liar Game round at this, like, bowling alley? Well, yeah. Anyone, if you just know where she's losing. We just have to have our glorious Prince King come save us. Every time. He's like, oh, what do I do here? I'm frozen. He doesn't know how to accept hugs.
私は今までの経緯
Sito,
を話した
I guess.
私
This is a lot of time. A little talk and then explaining everything that happens. And don't you only have 10 minutes in between votes? Or am I like tweaking?
運にまで見放されてい
I
る
don't
んです
remember that right.
運にね
It wasn't luck.
運がなかったせいでその勝
Yeah,
負に
you're-
負けたと思ってるの
You literally have a brain the size of a pea. Maybe even smaller than a pea. That's how big her brain is. Hopefully it expands. What's something that, I'm gonna say something like a sponge where it just goes whoosh within like the next 2 to 3 episodes, because people always say just wait, when she starts stabbing people in the back it's gonna be epic. And I'm like, yep, waiting 9 episodes.
なんてのはデタラメさ
I mean, Akiyama, he's obviously cool, entertaining character. Fukunaga, I enjoy, other than her laugh, which just makes me want to go every time I hear it.
必ず福永が勝つように仕組まれて
Yeah, she obviously did. She's done it for every game. Every time you made a bet with her, she's done it.
どこにイカ様が
一つ聞くけどなんで君は表なんだい
Oh, that is true. She was assigned the face card. All she said was light, and all of us were like, "Duh, oh, light, because the face side of the card is white, so that's why they made it white." But if she would have said, if it was a trick of the cards, then she could have said it for the other card too, and just been like, "Oh, I'll give you this card for light."
光と闇のどちらが好きかって聞かれて光って答えたから
光だから表
Yes, that's what an idiot like me
だ
thought.
から裏になった
そうでしょ
違うね
No, you would have got the same.
答えても闇を暗示するジョーカーって理由で
Yep. Pea-sized brain over here too. Don't go making fun of Nao when you got one, but I will say, at least I'm smart enough to know it's rigged somehow.
表を取らされてたさなぜならこのゲーム裏が勝つようにできている
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious. What was that camera angle of Akiyama?
表を取らされてたさ
Like, who goes into the camera like that?
なぜならこのゲーム裏が勝つようにできているから
どういうこと
もう一遍ゲームの進め方を思い出してみな福永がカードを混ぜ君が1枚抜くこの時点でカードの裏が裏である確率は確かに 50% だ
Not if something was messed up with the card,
表だったら
but when you drew the face up.
袋に戻されてしまう
What?
ようやく分かったか
No.
確かに
I'm still dumb. When you explained it, I didn't understand.
カードを混ぜ君が1枚抜くこの時点でカードの裏が裏である確率は確かに 50% だところがもしカードが表だったら袋に戻されてしまう
You returned it to the bag? What?
ようやく分かったか
No.
福永のカードは裏裏表を持たないから袋に戻されることは
Why am I so dumb that I don't get this? Like, I feel like it should be easy to understand. I'm just like,
福永のカードは
what?
表を持たないから
All I know that is I'm not a card counter, and I would have got played by this because I'm like, what the hell is he talking about right now? Reverse plus face, Nao wins. Like, what the hell is going on right now? How do I not get this?
3分の1の確率しかないデメで先に10回勝つ確率はわずか 6% ちょっと
Why am I so stupid? I asked myself the same question through that whole explanation that I just didn't understand. But all I know is that it was rigged to about a 6% chance of her winning, which is all you really need to know. The whole like backstory to it, I guess Cole went whoop over my head. So
こんなにバカなんだろうどうしてあんなゲームに
I'm pea-sized brained.
後悔してもしょうがないやられた分はやり返せよ
Facts. Let's go play. That's where I'm like, come to my turf. Come to my turf and beat me at a game that I'm good at. Because every game that we've played so far has been on Fukunaga's turf, right? Come play the most honest game with me if it's like I don't know. This is just silly, but like what if it's tell like the rest of the people in there like 10 honest good things about them as fast as possible. Like there's Naoya would think of 10 nice things to say about everyone in that room way faster than what Fukunaga would. Bang.
ゲームできねえのかよ。
福永さん、さっきのゲームもう一度私と勝負してください。
こいつ気づいたなイカ様に。やだね。私はもうあんな危うい勝負したくないね。
Don't reveal that you know that she rigged it.
その気持ちわかります。だからさっきよりも福永さんに有利な条件でいいです。私が勝っても渡すのは10票でいいです。でも私が負けたら5000万払います。
So she's like, oh, I almost double my money and I don't have to give you 30 votes?
あんた10票ポッチじゃ勝ち負けに全然足りん。
You know there's no way to string 10 votes into a victory. Oh, saying like, okay, I get it.
そこまで条件下げないと福永さんやってくれないでしょ。
自信はあるの？
自信っていうか。
To me, like if I was Fukunaga, like how could you not see the total change in personality? Like this is not Nao's personality, and it's not her thought process. Her thought process is just to go cry in a corner and accept defeat. This thought process is like totally somebody different. And it's easy to say this when you're like, oh, we saw our sweet prince savior Akiyama come flying through the window like he's our Lord Savior and and comes in and helps us out, but I don't know, maybe it's just because I know that.
50% のゲームでしょ。さっき福永さんが勝ったんだから今度は私の番かなって。
やっぱりこいつバカだ。
You're the bakada. Because you're about to be played.
条件がある。ゲームのルールはさっきと一緒でいい？
はい。
じゃあやってあげる。
こうして私と福永さんの2度目の勝負が始まった。
How is she gonna win this game though? If like the rules are the same and she still has this card, which as like the darkness, because we know somehow the Joker is the card that's rigged. How that's possible went over my head. So
これで私はリーチっと。
so 9.
後がなくなったわよ。
What was it? 9 to what?
これで
9 to 5.
リーチっと。あなた後がなくなったわよ。
You're practically done for.
確率 50% なのになんでこんなに表が出ないの。おかしい。何かおかしい。
何もおかしくないね。さっさとゲームを進めるわよ。
かかった。
I've got her. Wait, what? Did she like slip it underneath the bag or like it didn't go back into the bag fully? Like what? Oh! Oh, it's so cool to see Nala like smiling all like jittery like woo instead of just she's always crying. So it's like it's nice to see her with a smile on her face.
おかしい。何かおかしい。
Are you cheating? No, I'm just drawing a card, aren't I?
確率 50% なんだから9対9になるのが当たり前なんです。それをおかしいって福永さんこそ何かイカ様を。
最後の勝負しようじゃない。たまたまナオの運が良かっただけ。確率は私が2倍有利。最後は絶対私が勝つ。
Well, you definitely won't because she somehow rigged this.
いいわ、めくって。 Yeah! It's way better than the no, we can just laugh in your face. おかしい。絶対何かある。絶対イカ様だ。
You cheated.
どうしてですか。確率 50% の勝負なんだから 私が勝っても全然不自然じゃないですよね。
Yeah.
あと3分以内に
Like this whole change in personality and persona and everything else, I just don't know how it doesn't scream to like Fukunaga, who's been around Nayo enough to go like, oh, something is completely 180 different about her. There's someone else plotting. I'd go like running around the whole building like, where's that Akiyama who screws me every time?
ゲームチケットを切らなかったら契約不履行だってディーラーに伝えます。そしたらペナルティ1億が発生しますけど。私は勝った。私はあのずる賢い福永さんを騙したのだ。
Not you. You didn't.
多分はやり返そうぜ。
Yeah, let's do it.
福永に勝負を挑むのさ。
Well, we already did it.
ぶったって6% の勝ち目しかないんでしょ。
だからイカサマするのさ。
Whoa, stupidly naive, honest to a fault now. She finally cheated. She's not this perfect angel anymore, but to be honest, it's like the most simple cheating, like, oh, deceiving thing of all time. But I guess it makes that little pea-sized way too honest, way too naive. Like I've said this before, last episode before that, don't remember. Like, it's all a quality that we strive for, is to be honest, like, have humility, but like the naive, I think naive is probably a negative term, so it's more about being honest. Like, it's something we all strive for, but just like being honest to a fault, or just constantly believing in other people, like, people are just gonna constantly take advantage of you. Like, there has to be a line that you draw, and if it's like, oh, I believe in everybody until they fool me once, right? And then the fool me twice, is shame on me, right? And it's like, that's, you have to like draw your line. If it's the once, if it's twice, like, you can't allow it to be more than that. And she did. It was 3.
ガンパイというイカサマがある。
Gunpei.
に傷をつけ、それで種類を判断する。
So what'd she do? She put a little crevice?
中からカードを取り出すんですよ。なんか見えません。
触って判断するのさ。例えばこのカードの側面に小さな傷をつけるんだ。
Yep. That's what she did.
手触りでよくわかる。
まず、
But you would think she would notice, like, if you like had your hand in there for a while and you're messing with the cards.
ゲーム開始と同時にカードを傷つける。傷をつけるのは必ず裏のカード。これで君は2枚のカードをどちらも出せるようになる。そして注意しなければならないことは、
For her not to notice.
裏と裏表がだいたい2対1の割合になるように出すってこと。
なんで
Because then she'll not be like fooled, right? That's why she made it 9-5. So like, she's the whole time she's like, ha ha ha, my plan is going, so that she feels relaxed and she's not like, oh, she's done something to these cards. Because if you did it right away, the first thing she'd do is she'd try to be like, wait, she cheated because she had this time. She came back to me, which is so unlike her personality. So when you make it the 9-5, the whole time Fukunaga sitting there like relaxed, like, she didn't do anything different. She's just so dumb that she's coming back and doing the same game again.
なことを。
福永はこのゲームが2対1で優位だと認識している。だから途中経過が2対1だと全く不審に思わないのさ。
なるほど。
By the way, that's the first thing that I understood before, like, Akiyama speaking about it. So props to me. That was probably the easiest thing to get, but
することで疑われないようにするんだ。
ゲームが9対5になったら、君はここから裏表のカードだけを引く。
yeah.
9対6、9対7。もしかしたら福永は疑い始めるかも。
But it's too late.
でも不審な点は見当たらない。なぜなら傷がつけてあるのは袋の中のカードだからな。
そうか。だから傷をつけるの。
Damn, that was big brain that I wasn't even thinking about. Because if she just keeps pulling the Joker, then she can only inspect the Joker unless she reaches back in the bag, which you could probably do, and like evaluate the 2 cards. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
裏のカード。
I guess she would think, oh, she marked the Joker, so she pulls the Joker. Well, actually, she marked the card not to get.
なんだ。
そして9対8。ここまで来ると福永は強く不審がるだろう。しかし時すでに遅し。残り2回のめくりでイカサマを見つけるのはまず不可能だ。
You just pressure her,
作戦はまんまとはまった。
and after this you go like, hey, you have 3 minutes. Go give me my votes. Where is she? Oh, she's still at 0. I was looking for her at the top, and I was like, where is she? She was gaining 10 votes.
票の移動って何？
Oh, so they didn't even know.
神崎直が10票になった。代わりに福永の票数が減ってる。
It's shocking. They didn't even know.
おい、これどういうことだよ、福永。
Play me again.
今さら10票ポッチ取ったところであんたに
Oh, where's your balls now? Come on, challenge us again. Challenge us again. Let's get more money out of us. We got like, what is it? 40 more yen in the bag or something. Like, keep us going.
勝ち目なんかないけどね。
Actually, it might be more than that. I think she just gave 30, so 70.
上出来だ。よくあの福永を騙したな。
He's like so happy here. Akiyama. I've never seen him like so smiley like that. But I'm like, Fukunaga has to know that Akiyama's back here. Like, wouldn't you be spying on Nao now? Like, I would be like, what is she up to?
たった10票じゃ。
そんなことはない。この10票を取れたことで間違いなく道は開けた。
He's letting it get this deep without doing anything?
どう
No.
できずただ死を待つ気持ちは
I can't believe that Fukunaga is going to be the one who loses this game. Which, I'm happy a little bit for, right? The whole deception of the last game, the minority vote, and then the downsizing game, how she just wants to screw over Nawa, which is like, blows my mind because she's this like perfect pawn piece that you can manipulate to your control, and you don't want to take her into the next game unless she's already thinking ahead how she just follows Akiyama more than what she'll follow Fukunaga. But if you build up a sort of trust or relationship with Nao, like, she won't leave your side. So that's just like, why do this? It's what I didn't get last episode.
あくまで福永さんの前では何もできないように振る舞いながら、私は水面下で。
Oh, with the other people. Has to be someone with this 10 vote.
菊沢さん、
Oh.
あなたを見込んで頼みたいことがあります。
Huh? Run away.
話ならゲームが終わった後に聞くよ。
待って、7000万あげます。だから
What?
話を聞い
All you have to say is money, and every single person in here goes like, oh, 70 million? Oh, okay, all right, I'll hear you out now. 70 million. Like, everyone's so money hungry. They'll just grab anything.
私は10票しか獲得できてなくて、これは決定的なんです。
What if all of them are like, oh, I might get lucky. I'm getting dragged into the girls' bathroom with a girl? This is crazy.
残念だったね。
いいんです。
I wonder why they're showing the blonde guy. Is there like a significance of he's more of an important character than the other people?
諦めましたから、もう許せないことがあるんです。
That Fukunaga winning.
今までは福永さんはみんなより有利な状態で3回戦に進んでしまうってことです。
君知ってんの？あいつが俺らから金取ったこと。
はい。それだけじゃない。
But she's got 30 million from me.
私からも3000万巻き上げているんです。
3000万？あいつ俺たちより7000万も多く持ってるのか。
Yeah.
そうなんです。このままではあの人7000万の優位性で3回戦もあっさり勝ち上がっちゃいます。2回戦
It's funny, like they're all into this like third game and oh 70 million gives you such an advantage. Like it probably does, but when you think about it, some people in the next game are going in with 2.1 billion if we're still going off of like the minority game and all of them are winners of the minority game. So 70 million is like a penny to those people.
私は絶対許せないんです。私の持ってる7000万全額をあなたに託します。ゲームの最中皆さんを観察して出した結論です。3回戦で福永さんを倒せるとすればあなたです。
He's blushing. That's funny. But Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing of playing all of them like Fukunaga did and getting individual contracts from all of, I guess not contracts, but just words, because how can she write down an M contract with every single one of these people to get all of their votes? You can't. It would be impossible. Unless the M contracts become invalid as soon as the game ends. So what if she says after the game ends, I will give you so and so amount, and they all write it down, and then the M tickets don't work anymore after the
皆さ
game?
んは自動車工をやっててメカに強いでしょ。それはとても強い武器ですよ。
Oh yeah, I'm really
ジュ
good.
ピターに食ってかかれる意志
I
の
know
強
everything
さ
about machines, and I have the guts and the courage to stand up to the liar
皆
game
さんに劣っているのは
officials.
持ち金が少ないこと。そこで私の7000万が菊沢さんに渡れば持ち金は五分。3回戦は能力で勝る菊沢さんが絶対勝ちます。
だんだんとそんな
Nice for her speech.
いいのかよ。7000万ももらって
I feel like I'm
もちろ
stealing
ん
from you.
ただでってわけにはいきません。代わりにあなたの10票を私にください。
Just 10?
10票やるって
獲得した票はプレイヤーのもの。自由に売り買いできるんです。
What?
ほら、6回目の開票の時、あれ、私が福永さんとの賭けに勝って10票取ったんです。
本当だ。でもさ、なんで10票なんだ。
事務局員さんの話では、敗者復活戦はここ以外でも行われているんですって。
The official told me there are other revival rounds being
それ
played.
はトーナメントだからな。
しかもノック
Oh.
アウトが出たので、3回戦の椅子が1つ空くらしいんです。それで敗者から1人、敗者復活戦での獲得票が一番多かった人を救済するんです。
Oh. So is this actually what she heard, or is this just totally her making up something?
ここ以外のゲームは全て終わっているんですが、敗者の中で一番多く票を獲得した人は19票なんです。
I think she's just making this up for her to sound like even more like presentable of an idea, and oh my god, all I need is 10 votes from you, please, and I give you 70 million.
あと10票。
It makes her story even more believable and more certain in that person's mind. Like it's extra information to almost validate it. Of like, oh, I talked with the tournament official and you can do this, so this is why we can do it. And also I talked with the tournament official about this and how there's an extra seat and da da da.
以上は死に票状態。だからその票をお金にした方が合理的だし、私はその票のおかげで救済される
利害が一致するってことか。
だけではありません。もし私が3回戦に上がって、
Oh.
全面的にあなたをバックアップします。
She's making a lot of promises to a lot of people here.
約束します。
Like, that's a big promise.
福永と同額の持ち金と共闘関係を持って3回戦を戦えるのか。
It sounds like a good idea. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
もちろん乗るよ。
Sounds great.
ゲさ。
ありがとうございます。契約にはいくつかの条件が付け加えられた。7000万の支払いは票が動いたことが確認されてから、つまり9回目の開票発表以降、10回目の投票前に行うこと。そして
To be paid after 10 of my votes have been moved to Naoto Kanzaki after the 9th vote. Payment to be made anytime before the 10th vote. This agreement may not be spoken of with any other players.
この密約のことはプレイヤーの誰にも口外しないこと。
でよし。
The only thing I can think of there, does she somehow get out of it when he speaks about it in front of other people?
さあ、3回戦では力を合わせて福永を倒そうぜ。
そして9回目の投票。
では投票結果の発表です。ここで票の移動分を加算します。
Her votes are like, oh, it's gonna gain like 70 votes, and she's gonna go up to like 80 votes, and everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck just happened?
ここで俺の票が10票減り、神崎の票が10
And like everybody else around him is thinking the same thing. Huh?
票。なんだ。
What the? Like that was obvious what it was gonna be, but it's just hilarious that it was Like, somehow she forged this contract with a way to get out of it, and the only way that I see her getting out of it is by every single one of them going like, wait, you made that deal with me, like just spur of the moment shock, like not remembering their contract of not discussing it with anybody else. So technically she was gonna pay it out after the 10th round, or like right before the 10th round. So this time in between still is like their contract time. So now all of them are gonna be like, what, you made that deal with me? No, she made it with me. And then all of them talked about it, so it's not valid anymore. And they all go into 100 million in debt because of that, because they broke it. Like, this guy's gonna
集めたんです。みんなから10票ずつ。
but they're talking about it, and she talked about it. Wait, Akiyama's gonna reveal himself? Oh my god, this guy, he's just like always aura posing. Always hands in the pocket. He finds like the coolest wall to lean on with like the dragon effect on it. And he's like, what's wrong with that? This is the liar game. All of you guys are bitches for believing her. And she deceives people, but it's all because Akiyama tells her to do it. Like, I'm still waiting for it when like she thinks of her own deceit and then like actually with her own deceit stabs someone in the back. Like, this is still Akiyama like moving her hand and like guiding her and being like, this is where you stab. Yeah. You just know Fukunaga started like shitting her pants as soon as she heard Akiyama's voice. She was like, oh, it's all clicking into place now. It's this guy again, my sweet, glorious Prince Akiyama. You better all beg up to her. That's where we saw in the opening, because I thought that's where, at the very beginning when we made this deal with Fukunaga, that we see people begging and pleading with Nao about saving them. And I thought it was going to be from the beginning once they figured out those two plans and that she would be too kind-hearted to leave anybody behind. But the next episode must be where it goes to the begging. I can't believe they made this downsizing game over 3 episodes. I didn't think it would have like the same amount of weight as the Minority game. I really enjoyed the ending and when Akiyama showed up, because when Akiyama shows up right now, the Liar Game anime, it just gets so much better. And I don't know if you can call it a critique. I mean, I guess you could, but like, this game, I can get why people were just kind of like about it, because when Akiyama isn't in it, the Liar Game just goes kind of through the toilet a little bit. Like, it's just so much better when Akiyama shows up and playing the mind games. Like, it just gets you, like what I was talking about, like it gets you on the edge of your seat, like, oh my god, like what's gonna happen? When it's just now, you're like, oh, what's gonna happen? She's gonna cry, she's gonna bawl, she's gonna lose the game, she's gonna get deceived over and over again, where you're just like, I know what's gonna happen. And then you get with Akiyama and you're like, whoa, what's gonna happen? You start to piece it together towards the end. But I would honestly say this is the episode that has confused me the most, because I felt like a lot of the games, like I could understand everything that was going on and trying to guess and get ahead. Then you got to the cards and I was like, what the hell? I'm like, I just don't understand cards, I guess. Because I was like, what is he talking about? You put both of the cards back into the bag. But I think it had something to do with like pulling out the double-sided one. And like, I have no idea, if I'm being honest, other than she had a 6% chance to win. I understood the like marking the double-sided one when it's in the bag. And she's going to think that we marked the Joker so that we continued drawing it, but instead we put a little mark on the one inside the bag, and Fukunaga just didn't have the brain cells to like reach in and check both of the cards like this. But I don't know if it was within the rules that you could do that or not. So anyway, I think that was probably the most frustrating thing about the episode personally. Now, if you guys in the comments just want to be like, oh, bro, you don't know anything, your brain doesn't work fast enough, da 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 da. Or if there was actually anime only people who sat here and was like, no, it was confusing to me too, then that would make me feel a little bit better and not just be like, damn, dude, you're just so dumb you couldn't get that. Anyway, I really love the ending, like Akiyama popping up through the window being like, hey, you're crying again? And then kind of helping us, leading us the way to where we are getting 80 votes now, in control of the downsizing game. And let's see who sucks up to us the best, who wants to pat our back the most when no one wanted to save us and now we're the king or queen of this game. And I, to be honest, I think the first person she's going to save is Fukunaga, which is going to be incredible. But I think that's honestly who she saves. And I hope it is, because I just think the liar game is better with Fukunaga in there, even though I hate Hidashir laugh so much. It is just horrendous. But I hope it stays around for a little bit longer at least. So thank you for watching to the end. If you guys have enjoyed the reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel to continue the growth of it. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time.